Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back, Space Engineers. I am your host, Quantum Tater. Quantum Tater, say hello. Last time on Space Engineers, we created the Yeet machine, the Adder V2, the device which we will use to throw ourselves at the alien planet. Now, did some painting offline. I got the food crafted. Um, We have 100 packets of food in the thing. I was still struggling for whatever reason. Something is going on where spiders and wolves are not spawning, and I don't know exactly what's happening there. So what has happened, what I've decided to do, is I have um, created, effectively, real quick, let me get some juice back. Basically what I've done is I have created an event controller inside this building. Actually, I was testing something, so I need to go here. Okay, what I've done is I've created an event controller. I thought to the point that I've been cycling mods to figure out why stuff's not spawning. It seems to be weird. I have the exact same mods as what is worked on the other save, so I don't really know what's going on, but I created an event controller and a group for every door on the iStored station. And basically the event controller says, if door is open, close door. That's the whole thing. So if this door gets open, the event controller sees that and immediately closes it because the auto close door script was being kind of frustrating. So additionally to this event controller, I could probably also do like I could probably set up a timer block and have the timer do the door close action and set it to like 2 seconds if I wanted it to delay. The only time it's really inconvenient is here because these doors move so fast. That happens, but it's enough to go through, and if you stand in the middle of it, it will stay open. So it's not that big a deal, but that's just one of the things I dealt with. But I have removed pretty much every mod and re-added it, and I don't know if it's fixed. We're gonna see, but I got tired of messing with it, so I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna record. So, um, it looks like the overall consensus have a little seat. Oh man, that's loud right there. I don't want to sit in that chair. The overall consensus for um, the overall consensus was to take about 100 kelp crisps down to the planet and or for the journey. That gives me some time to like potentially build more algae farms, stuff like that. Things of that nature. That seems to be kind of what everybody's saying. And then it looks like, so shout out to Chad. He was saying basically that it could be the shear inertial tensors is what's causing the ship to flip when I press the button. Um, And then he was asking what kind of direction I kind of wanted the ship to launch the rover towards. And I believe the direction I was looking is to like, so if we're looking at the side of the ship, we'll just go outside real quick. If we're looking at the side of the ship down here, I would say I want this to yeet the rover downwards. So basically we will have it connected and it'll fling it down towards the planet. Unknown lost observer drone. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. So yeah, that's kind of the plan there. Now, none of these doors are going to auto close, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. It's just what it is. Um, yeah. So he was saying that he was kind of asking that question. He said 100 kelp crisp. Determine if mid-journey it's not enough, then we can build more farms and kind of get some more food. And then basically, because I have 4 rows of 7 plots, that's effectively 1 row for each type of food. So 10 of each seed, 7 for the plots, and 3 for spares on the off chance I accidentally evacuate the space or something like that. Um, Lord Chaos also commented, basically saying, yeah, 10 of each seed should be good, but also 20 of each full-grown plant. So 10 of each seed, 20 full-grown plants to bring back. Take 100 kelp crisp, that thing that was kind of good. Temporarily set the adder as a station for the yeeting purpose. I didn't even think about that, Lord Chaos. Holy crap, it's a revelation. So yeah, basically the I could take and once I get over there, I set the rover as a station, and when the rover is a station, I just very easily Um, Once the rover is set as a station, then I can just very easily, um, I need to get, I already have a gun. I don't need this. And it looks like I don't, we probably don't want to put, we're going to need another crate in here is what that tells me right there. Where can I put that? I can find a crate somewhere. Maybe we put the crate inside this, put the ammo here. This, and this. Just stick this in here. Um, we're gonna say 10, and then we'll stick that in there. Beautiful. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to process how I want to do some stuff here. That should be good there, and then I don't need two of these. Let me go put this up, and then yeah. So basically, set this to a station. I got a paint job, so this is what the Adder V2 looks like. We got a nice blue, red, and white paint job. Um, it's ready to go. It's ready to fling. Uh, let's see. We need to grab ourselves a rocket launcher. Oh my goodness. Trying to be prepared, you know, prepared for society's shenanigans. I'll go ahead and stick that in there. And I can't imagine a reason to need that weapon, but you know, it wouldn't hurt, right? Wouldn't hurt. So let's go over here to the rover, take a look. I know this thing is still attached in here and is not even remotely ready for departure. We're gonna close that. Dang it! Come on, close that. Oop. Do I have? I do. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna stick you there. And then go there. I don't think I have a crate in here in any which way. Um, this is where we should put the kelp crest, but we'll offload. We'll do all that stuff later. I think what we need to do is I'm gonna have to add every one of these vents into a group, and then effectively set it to um, set it to decompress or depressurize is what I'm trying to say. That's the words. So yeah, yeah. Let's see. Take 100, leave some on the ship, temporarily make the adder a station so that it can stay stationary, and then we yeet the thing, and that might be the trick right there. I think those are the only two vents in here, if I'm not mistaken. I should be able to now open these doors up without decompression. I can. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go up here. I think I want to switch lock for a second. Let's go into here. The connector needs to be set to this right here. Switch lock. I think we can do, what is this? Air vents. What are they? No, vents. I've got an exterior air vent, two exterior air vents, and then is this guy? I don't think this guy's called an interior. It's not. So we'll go here. We'll click this. We'll say and air vent. Let's get some preparation done. Gotta get the interior ones. I want the interior ones to be set as a group. Air vent. Save. And then that way I can come in here and I can say depressurize on off. That way we can do all that stuff. That'll be fun. Get that taken care of. This should be park on off. This should be handbrake on off, not park on off. There we go. Alright, now we have to, this has been detached. I think if we take a look over here, oh, these are not set up. They're not, neither of them are full. So let's go to our vent controller really quick. what do we have this thing set up to do? Rover event controller. Cargo field, that's incorrect. Connector, switch locked. Add this. And then from here we're gonna do set to stockpile on, set stockpile off. What about oxygen? I don't think we need to do this, but oxygen stockpile on, stockpile off. I don't think we actually need to do this with this one, just because I think, I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and stockpile on, stockpile off. That way, once this thing connects, we can get those things filled up because they are currently empty, which means we are not able to use the hydrogen and stuff for that. Let's see, what else do we need to do prep-wise? Once those things are filled up, which shouldn't take too long because there's only a couple on the whole grid. Once this is done, we detach it, and then we get the grabbing, and we get this over here, and we get it pulled off, I think is what we're going to do. What else do we have? Let's take a quick seat for a second. We're going to say 9, and then we're going to say a hydrogen. What do we have? Small hydrogen tanks. Perfect. Okay. Did I wonder if I did that right. I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, I did. Okay, perfect. Oxygen. Okay. So we need to get some ammo for these guys for sure. That definitely needs to happen. What else happened in the chat? So shout out John. Said I definitely made him laugh. Inertial dampeners to maximum. There's a preset before launch. He said to use a preset for launch that you can set to like unsafe speeds and stuff, so I can make it a little bit more violent. I think the plan, John, is in fact to slap a couple ion thrusters on here. Once it disconnects, they fire and thruster override, sending us towards the planet until we get close enough for gravity to take over. And then hopefully all the chutes, which we should have every parachute in here set up. So I think. Is this thing disconnected right now? It is. So if we're looking at the inventory, we have chutes and everything, which is beautiful. We've got some weapons, we have chutes. We should probably pack some extra chutes maybe? I have no idea. We have some ammo, Gatling turret, and the 2 autocannons have got some bullets in them. We should probably have extra bullets. I don't know. The warfare reactors have some juice. I think we got everything we need. I would say maybe if we go ahead and connect this back up, I would say it would be a good idea to grab some extra parachutes. That's probably not, that'd be wise of me to do such a thing. Just so we're not completely screwed. So yeah, I think what we're going to do today is we're going to get this thing pulled out into the sunlight. Let's see if exposure is working. It is also the Nordka HUD got an update, as you can see. It's got food on the bar now and sun exposure, so all of that is working. So at the very least, that stuff's working. Is it working flawlessly? No, I don't know. We're going to grab some more kelp crisps from up here really quick so that I have food on board. And yeah, give me just a second. I'm gonna get that piece taken care of, and we're gonna validate that we're still getting some ice, and then yeah, we'll start loading up. Okay, alrighty. So I grabbed a couple extra crisps right now, just so I could have my food full when we left here. Let's do the cursory glance. I've got an extra one of those. A smart man would definitely see about tools and bringing an extra set. Since we have a couple extra, there's no reason not to have an extra set, right? That's what I would think. And then Let's go ahead and grab those. I don't need a flare gun. I don't think I need a flare gun, so that's good. We'll come over here. The bad news is radiation pins, we definitely don't have extras of those. So we've got in here, we've got the bullets, missiles, and kelp crisps, and then we've got this thing's ready to go. We're pretty much set for this thing to depart. If we come up to here and we disconnect, let's do some flying forward. Get a look at this thing in all its glory in the sunlight. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool. Or tragic. One or the other. Either way, entertaining. Alright, so we've got some small reactor stuff. I don't know. Cord or narrow storage. What? I couldn't tell you why those are in there, but I'm gonna leave them because power cells for the base when we get there. That's what that is. Okay, so this thing is ready to go as far as certain levels of readiness go. Um, let's go down here. Get into this thing. We're gonna disconnect, power it up. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a fascinating situation for sure. I think, so what we're gonna do is we'll just come down here. We're gonna hopefully not forget anything. Ooh, Jesus. Okay. We are connected. Now, what do we need to look at? We need to look at, we've got rocket launcher there. Accurate rifle there. We should put the med kits in here. That's actually a really good place for med kits. Okay. Med kits. Med kits, med kits, med kits.
Meteor storm inbound.
What? Could we not right now? I'm not really interested in a meteor storm. Okay, thanks. I'd appreciate you not blowing my stuff up if you're planning to do that. I don't see them anywhere. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Would you look at that? Okay, well that's happening. Let's see really quick. Can I have these real quick? Med kits. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab that rad pen too. And these. No reason to leave that there. What I was gonna say, what I don't know for sure, is I don't know if... let's see. Open this up. Wow, this has hardly any... Okay. That's what fits in there. Good to know. Is there one on that side? There is. Good, good, good. Apparently that is all that fits in there. What about... I think the bed has storage, does it not? Let's see. Does the bed have storage? No, it does not appear to. Let's go ahead and stick the other med packs in the fridge. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So that's that. We've got the medical kits in there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this detached really quick. We'll head it over to the other thing and then we'll see where we go from there. So that's switched on. Get into here. We're gonna, oh, come on. Turn that block off. Now, I am not rotating at all. This thing is heavy. Um, Gyro. What do we got for your powers, buddy? Power 100%. Okay, you just can't rotate. All right. Good grief. Wow, that is heavy as hell. Okay, that's okay. We don't really need to rotate, I don't guess. I would like to, but we'll just do a rotation like this, where I don't know. Man, this is a heavy beast. I think we're gonna need more gyro power on our grabbing at some point in the future. This is crazy. All right, let me get this thing docked up, and I will pick you up here in a second. Wow, I added two additional gyros, and this thing still rotates like a freaking sea cow. Let's see real quick. Let me go into here. Um, see. There we go. Let's see. Maybe that will help with the rotation. There we go. It's because the other gyro on this ship was being a pain. Okay, so I'm thinking we're gonna want to put this thing nose down. I could be wrong here, but we're, something is. What is making that noise? I don't know what's. It's very interesting. Something is floating around inside this ship. I don't know what's floating around though. Do I have, let's check under here. I thought I had jacking stands on it, but it doesn't look like I do. I wonder what's clanging. That's making quite a bit of noise. Okay, let's see real quick. Get into here. Oof, okay, here we go. We are starting the attachment procedure. Okay, we are. Let's go ahead and get that thing cut off. Um, we're gonna event controller. We're gonna turn this guy off. We're gonna turn off the gyros on this guy. Both of those are gonna get turned off, and then we're going to lock it down. Now, if we look at, so our tanks are still full. They're not set to whatever. That's perfect. Okay, beautiful. This thing is set to inertial dampeners off, so shouldn't be any resistance there. It looks kind of like it's ready to be thrown. Tell you the truth, it's hard to tell. Let's do this. Yeah, where are we from all of our perspective of stuff? Oof, we're upside down, okay. Oof, it is dark. Good grief, we could have used some daylight right now to summon the power of Ra or something. Come on, that's crazy. Okay, let's get this thing docked up really quick, and then let's go take a look at, while we're getting it docked up, let's go ahead and take a, I'm gonna do some real quick, because I added 2 gyros to this, and I'm kind of like, I just kind of want to go here and say gyro 4, we're going to turn you on off. I can turn these guys off, that way it's not just unruly when we're doing this. And get this guy docked up really quick. I know this is a lot going on right this second. I'm trying to figure it out. And I also feel like I'm being pretty quiet, so let's go ahead and get that locked on. Perfect. We've got that locked on. That's good to go. I think this place is mostly ready. We're almost ready to just call it. Um, the thing about the guy here is, what do we have in store for this ship? I don't think we have anything in particular that needs to be done anything with. I'm trying to remember. We've got med kits, we have target rifle there, we've got these guys med kits, that kind of thing. We have over here, we have med kits. That's the med kits we need. Obviously inside this ship isn't the food and stuff because that's all up here. And if we come into here real quick, shut this guy, we have our 100 food, we have some rifle magazines for the rapid fire, we have some rockets. In here we have a set of tools, rapid fire weapon, the rocket launchers in the other ship. We have a flare gun with 2 flares. That's not a lot of flares. Extra snacks for there. What do we have in here? We have some extra snacks. I want to say we're ready. I think this guy's been properly labeled. It is adder survival kit. Perfect. I think we're prepared for the journey. That's what I think. I think, I don't know if we should mothball some of this. I was thinking that we probably ought to have um, some turrets and stuff on these bad boys to protect from meteor storms, but I think they don't spawn just near any grid. I think they only spawn towards some grids. Now, the frustrating part of not knowing whether or not spiders are going to spawn means we may be eating mushrooms only for any amount of time. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. We're going to grab 2 more of these, and the reason we're grabbing 2 more is just so I'm full when it comes to leaving this place. And I think we're going to get ready to get underway. I don't think there's much else to do. I'm not planning, if I come out here and I take a look at this guy, I'm not planning to pack a bunch of materials. I thought I might, but I don't. Like, should I bring stuff? I probably ought to, right? I think at least a little bit. We're going to need to be processing ore pretty quick. It's funny, this is stuff I didn't even think to plan for. Let me get some stuff planned out and I'll pick you up here in a second. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's take a look at what we got. We've got captain's desk. We've got some ammo. I didn't bring extra ammo. I'm bringing parts. We've got plenty of parts to do some stuff. We've got some materials to build some stuff. We have parachutes. I should grab some extra canvas. That's what I'm going to do right now. Just in case. I don't really know why. I think we're almost ready to go, though. I'm about to go grab the canvas now and see what else we need. I don't think we're going to need much else. I think we're going to be... Feels like we should have more. We're not bringing our prototech stuff. This is to get vegetables and fruits. This is to bring us back to the Holy Land. Let's see, put that in there. All components that were deposited. I don't even know how large a cargo container is. I'm pretty sure there's not enough cargo space in this to carry all the crap that I put in that. Thinking about it. So that's fine. If all else fails, we can use it as a reference point. We can fly back up to space, get our food on. Not our food. We can fly back up there. We can build some sort of thing and then do like an airdrop. It'll be fine. It'll be good. We'll be great. All right, guys. It is time to go get our yeet on. Let's see how this thing flies with the Oh, I know what's happening. We're gonna do this real quick. The engines and stuff got turned off because the event controller was doing event controller stuff. That's always fun. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see. That's not too bad. It's not great. We're not exactly nimble, but that's all right. Nimbleness is a frame of mind. It's a reference. Let's see. Look at that. This is perhaps the most terrible idea I've ever decided, but that's okay. There's the alien planet. We're gonna make best speed, and let's see what happens. This is gonna be very interesting. We're gonna get going first before I do too much. I think we have everything we need. If not, it's gonna be really tragic, and that's just what it is. It'll be like starting over. Let's see. I think we're going. All right. Now let's do the honors of jumping. Increase distance, decrease distance, and jump. 6,000 kilometers. Here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Here we go. Hey, 7,000, 6,000. And it looks like we've got at least one more jump going. So, once this recharges, that is an incredibly loud engine. Once this recharges, we will pick it back up, man. Right? Let's see, ion thrust. We can turn these things off. Does that? It does. It quiets us down. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we're just going to wait for this to recharge. It shouldn't take too long, but who knows? We're at 9%. I will pick you up when it's time to jump here in a second. We're at 100% juice, which is great. Love that. But that's all right. We're gonna get there. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alrighty, we are back. Better than ever. We've got first of all, this beckons to be the screenshot, right? We've got to do the next jump, and I think 6,000 is going to be too far. So let's like if I point at this, jump disabled, obstacle detected. So let's, because ideally I want to jump a little bit past the planet and start on the daylight side. That's kind of that's a little bit what I'm thinking. God, we must be inside 1700 meters. 1500? Wow, okay. Okay, so we are inside 1200 meters of this place, so we're gonna jump it up to, let's say, 6,000, and we're gonna jump just past the planet, I think. That's my plan. Here we go. From the cockpit view. Oh, we overjumped. We overjumped. Wait a minute. The ion engines appear to be offline. Oh no. Oh, die. Turn them off, you dummy. Good grief. Okay. That's okay. We can jump back towards the planet. This is not. I gotta say, the alien planet is not good looking. I'm gonna get out of the seat while we slow down because that sound is awful. Oh, jeez. The alien planet is not an attractive looking planet if you don't love green. So, how are we doing? We're at 16, 14 meters a second. We're slowing down. We're getting there. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can't do a little. I don't know how far out we should try to jump from the thing. If I'm not really sure how far we want to fling from. I was thinking that I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking something. It's probably nothing good. I wanted to scout the planet a little bit and see if I could find like maybe some a better area like a cap or I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really think this far ahead, guys, if I'm being honest. I'm a little nervous about the contraption I've designed. This feels very sketchy to me. I don't. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna come out and say that this does not feel like the best plan I've ever had. I've not tested the parachutes on this thing. I have no idea how effective this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be rough. Is what I think, but that's okay. It's okay. It's what it is. Um, rover cargo. Where's the rover cargo? I should have some rover cargo. We're gonna go take a look at something real quick. Not that it's not too late at this point right now, but oh no, they're not mapped. Oh no. Oh no. No, why? Oh, why did I do that? Oh, I'm so sorry. They're just not even a little bit connected. uh, uh-huh. Yep, that's that's the quality you can't get anywhere else. For sure. We'll be fixing that when we get down to the planet. Good grief. Okay. Well, you gotta have a project. I'd hate to get somewhere without having a whole freaking project. Good grief. I can't guys, I'm not meant for I'm not meant for planning. I think that's what that tells you. Uh okay. Let's see if we can't do a little jumpy jump to the planet. We're too close. Okay. All right. Now, where do we want to try to land? I don't see anything out there. I think the fear would be if we accidentally get into P gravity. Um, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how close we want to get to the planet. Um, let's go ahead and stop the ship, huh? Let's let's do a stop of the planet. I am curious. We're gonna do a little spacewalk while this is slowing down. Oh, this is such a bad idea. So what I want to do, I'm gonna get a little closer to the planet, and then maybe we bring. Okay. Let's see. Let me think for just a second while I'm sitting in space, getting sun exposure. Okay. Okay. I kind of want to get to P gravity. I just want to get into the inside of planetary gravity, and then uh, we'll see what happens. Um, let's just see how far it gets. I don't want to get too much sun exposure. Obviously, we can hide behind that asteroid if it gets too bad, which I don't imagine it's gonna, but you know, I just want to see where P gravity is at. You know, hiding by an asteroid could protect the adder. Let's Sprite beacon. Are you kidding me right now? I ain't got the time for that crap. Uh-oh. Where am I going? Get out of the sun exposure really quick and see if we're not yet into gravitational pull, so that's good. Let's see if we can't get some sun exposure down real quick because we are creeping up there. Aha! We going down? Okay, we're going down. Okay, sweet. So we can head towards the planet now with the sun barrier we've got right there for a second. Oh, nope, we're already back out in the sun. I want to see how close P gravity is. It seems like it's super freaking close to the planet. I thought we were closer than that. Eh. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to pick you up when I get back to the ship. We're going to head back to the ship, and I will pick you up when I get there, which is this direction right there. All right, see you in just a sec. Okay. Let's see really quick. We're going to get this thing moving towards the planet a little bit, and then I'm going to see if we've got another jump in us. Obstacle in the way, obstacle in the way. What if we... Okay, hold on. Let's do that. Let's point a little bit further down. A little bit. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna jump to right there. Give us just a second. Presence of gravity, presence of gravity, presence of gravity. I'm trying to tilt up just enough to get us. I want to be on the edge of this gravity field. Uh-oh. We had something going on. It feels like something's going on. This whole thing is shaking like crazy. Gah. Sorry, a little flashing screens right there real quick. Sorry, that was a little crazy. Alright, I think really quick we're gonna go, let's go see how close we are to the gravity now, because I think we can get a little closer to this thing. I just don't know how much closer is. Like 5,000 meters is, or 5,000 kilometers is 5 kilometers rather. Will that put us into peak gravity? That's the question we have. And the answer is not yet, not yet. Okay, let's just do another jump. Dang it. I keep, I'll pick you up when I get back to the ship. Okay, let's, is there a way to jump less than, or more than 5,000 kilometers, but less than, yeah, there is. If I just quit trying to do it all finicky inside the thing. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing in this field. Okay, are we officially too close to the, hey, gravity field present? Okay. So we are getting close. I don't know what the right answer is. I was trying to figure out if I could get just on the edge of the gravity field, but I don't want to, like, the risk obviously being like, what happens when, um, what happens when we get stuck into the gravity field. Speaking of risk and gravity field, there's a Sprite Mayday up there. That's fun. Right, you know, we're gonna start sailing towards this, and then once I get to the edge of the gravity field, I'll pick you up. Alrighty. So here's the problem. If we get any closer to that planetary gravity marker, we are gonna definitely start losing altitude. This thing has too much weight in order for it to not plummet into space, or into the planet. So here's what's going to happen. We are going to get this situated just like this right here, where there's plenty of sunlight being blocked by an asteroid. I love that so very much. That's really what you want. That's the ticket right there. You want to have as much asteroid as possible. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come here. We're going to save delicately, folks. Save delicately. What does that even mean? Save delicate, Jesus. And then we're going to go to info. We're going to come to here. We're going to go to info, and we're going to convert to station. And there you have it. We are officially a station and no longer in danger of accidentally plummeting from the sky. Now, we got a lot done today, I think. A lot of weird things happening. We're going to have to get all of this stuff into our dear old rover. And that is going to be for the next one. That's going to be for next week's episode, because I am not going to fight doing that today. Plus, we're already way over time. I'm like an hour 11 minutes recording, and I haven't even cut anything down yet. So it is definitely a full-on episode, guys. I really appreciate everybody's comments. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens when we fling this thing at the planet. We are, hopefully it goes successfully. If it doesn't, well, you'll get to see that too, and it'll be funny and tragic all in the same breath. You guys know what to do. down below. Keep the comments
Meteor
coming.
storm
I
inbound.
appreciate it. There's a meteor storm inbound. That's wonderful. What a time to sign off. Uh, guys, I will catch you later, taters. And as always, be kind. Bye.